All right. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. This is Friday Flow from the beach. I'm here in Seabrook Island, South Carolina. So I'm going to bring a little bit of sunshine and southern vibes to you all this morning. We're going to start our practice standing. So go ahead and stand up. Make sure you have your mat and lots of space. And as always, take this workout practice at your own pace. If something doesn't feel good, just make sure to you can let me know and I can give you an alternative, or just move a little bit slower. You can always take it down to the floor and take a moment to breathe. So want to feel good after this workout. So let's start by taking a nice inhale, reach those arms up, nice and tall here. And then exhale, you're going to let that go. And again, inhale, reach those arms all the way up. Good deep breath. And exhale. Just taking a moment here to wake up our bodies. Hopefully you can hear the sounds of nature here as well. Just letting that relax you for the next hour or so. Inhale, reach up. And exhale down. Let's do one more. And we're going to interlace your fingers at the top. Just exhale here, interlace. You're going to bring them all the way up on that next breath. Inhale, and then exhale, you're going to move over to that left side. Getting a nice side stretch here through that body. So almost as if you're making crescent moon shape with your body. Big, big stretch, pressing into that right foot, finding a little more space there. And then inhale, come back up, and then exhale, let's go over to that right side. Same thing. Pressing into your left foot this time. Think of stitching that rib cage together. So we're already turning on those core muscles. Big, big stretch. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, just go ahead and let that go. Bend the knees here. Let's do a couple shoulder rolls. Making this a full body movement. Inhale and exhale. Big shoulder roll. Let's add those arms with it. Inhale and exhale. So now you're going to sort of sweep down towards the floor, making these big circles from the side here. Reaching to the floor. Inhale, taking one up. Big circle with the arms. Exhale, drop it, lift back up. Let's do a couple more, please. Inhale and exhale. Reach up. And again, dropping those hips. Let's do two more here. Inhale up. Exhale, let it go. One more. Inhale. And this time to swan dive forward on that exhale. You're just going to let all of it go here. I'll show you the side view as well. Bend those knees here, reaching those hands to the floor. Drop your head completely here. Hold that there. Imagine your head is heavy like a bowling ball. I want you to nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Perfect. And then on that next inhale, we're just going to very slowly roll up to standing, stacking one vertebrae at a time. Your head coming up last. So very slowly making your way up. And then once we're back up at the top, reach those arms back up. Inhale. Exhale, interlace those fingers. Let's do those side bends one more time on each side. So reach a little bit taller, a little bit longer on that inhale. Exhale over to that left side. Holding this crescent moon shape. Pressing that right foot into the floor. So you're creating and finding a little more space through that side body. Can you reach an inch further than last time? Inhale back up and exhale to the right. Imagine you're zipping up a tight pair of pants. You're lifting up and a little bit taller and reaching a little bit longer to that side. One more breath. Inhale and exhale, release. Get a couple shoulder rolls. And if at any point something happens to the audio or you can't hear me, just type in the chat box for me. I'll come up to the screen a couple times to check in. You all keep moving, and I'll turn different sides as well. Okay. So let's start at the back of our mat, because we're going to slowly make our way down to the mat. Inhale, reach those arms up. And exhale, we're going to swan dive forward. So you're going to slowly push those hips back, drop the chest. Your hands will reach the floor. Inhale, walk those hands out. You're gonna find a plank position. And we're gonna hold this for a couple of breaths. Here, you really wanna think of stitching that rib cage in towards the center, pulling those abs in just a little bit. Next exhale, let's come up to downward facing dog. Maybe your first one of the morning, of the day, so feel free to pull up those heels here. Maybe dropping them down one at a time. Hold on to that down dog. So you can pedal one heel at a time, maybe both heels. You can always drop to those knees if that feels better. Keep it up. I know my thing turns sideways, coming back. Okay, down dog, hold that there. Just checking in. Nod your head yes, shake your head no. All right, and then inhale, you're gonna bend those knees. Slowly walk your hands back to your feet. And we're gonna slowly reverse that swan dive to come back up. So inhale, reverse your swan dive, flat back, bring those arms up. And then exhale, bring your palms together. Take your gaze at your hands. Lower them down to heart center. Okay, so let's do that 2 more times through, just to create some warmth in the body and to stretch out our bodies a little bit. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, swan dive forward. Let it all go here. Hands come down. Next inhale, walk up to plank. And exhale, let's hold this for a couple breaths. So in your plank, you can lower one knee. You can lower both knees. Whatever feels good for you. If you want a little extra workout this morning, try to challenge yourself a little bit. Take one more breath, tucking those hips under. Exhale brings us to that down dog. Drive those hips up. Remember the options here, maybe knees on the floor. Maybe you're lifting a little higher. Press your chest towards your thighs. Pedal out those heels, maybe both at the same time, getting a little more stretch in the back of those legs. Next, inhale, you can bend those knees, walk those hands back to your feet as you shift your weight back into those heels. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Not too fast here. Bring those arms all the way up. Exhale, bring your palms together. Lower down to heart center. All right, one more time. I know I'm warm. I have the sun on me, but hopefully you all are feeling that warmth as well, and bodies are starting to move a little bit better. One more time through, inhale, and exhale, swan dive forward. Leading with the chest, let it all go here. Next inhale, we walk out to that plank. And again, be mindful of your body, your joints, and how you're feeling this morning. So take any alternatives that you would like. We're gonna hold on to that plank just to really fire up that core. Can you squeeze your glutes just a little bit and lift those hips up a tiny bit? And then exhale brings us to that downward facing dog. Upside down V, those hips should be high up towards the sky. Relax the head, you're breathing in and out through the nose, although it's starting to get a little bit harder. All right, next inhale, let's lower those knees to the floor. You're gonna bring them as wide as your mat, feet together, and exhale, come back into that child's pose. Drop your head here completely and take a couple breaths. This is a great pose to come to when you're feeling like you just want a little bit of a breath here. We are gonna get a workout. We're gonna do some balance poses today. So anytime you'd like, you come to this child's pose. Shift your weight from side to side. And then inhale, let's come up to our tabletop. So I want to continue building that heat. So tabletop, your hands are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. As you inhale, let's extend that left arm and right leg. At the same time, keeping your gaze straight down. Exhale back to center. Let's switch. Inhale, reach. And exhale. So we're just going to alternate each side here. It's opposite arm and leg. Inhale and exhale. Keep going. So here you want to imagine that you are balancing a cup of water on your back or your coffee or whatever you choose. Just want to make sure those hips aren't rocking too much. Let's do one more on each side. Keep that neck long. Reach through those fingertips and toes. Last one. Okay, perfect. Let's go into cat-cow. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, round the spine, tuck that chin. And again, inhale, you're sinking into your mat. And exhale, round the spine. Make sure those feet are flat. Let's do 2 more. Just stretching out a little more through that spine. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Okay, 1 more exercise in this tabletop. We're going to get those hips a little bit warmer. So let's raise that right leg. You're going to make circles in one direction with your knee. So inhale and exhale without really moving anything else in your body. This is 3. Drive circles with that knee. This is 4. We're going to do 1 more in this direction, 5. And now you're just going to reverse the directions of those circles. We do 5 of them. 4. So if those hips are really tight, make the circles a little smaller. 2 more. Maybe lower to those elbows if that feels better. 1 more. Circle. All right, and we switch. Other side. Left leg up and big circles. 5 in each direction. Do 5 in each direction. It's going to come check in. And you don't want to move really anything else in that body while you're doing this. You're going to feel that opposite leg, those glutes really warm up. Once you do 5 in one direction, do the other. Perfect. Well, we got a good group. Welcome. Good morning, everybody. Perfect. Good. And once you are done there, we're going to lower down into our chest and belly. So we're going to continue working through our hips and our spine. So all the way down, your legs are hip distance. Lift up onto your elbows. This is our Sphinx pose. We're going to hang out here. So elbows are right under your shoulders. Your arms are parallel as if you're getting ready to hold a plank position. Shoulders are down, chest is up. This just helps to open up our back a little bit. And if this does not feel good, you can find maybe baby cobra. So wherever you want to be, hold that for a couple breaths. With the elbows out a little wider, that gives a little more space for your shoulders. So that's why that baby cobra might feel a little bit better. Let's do 1 more breath. Make sure you're not sinking and dropping your chest. Keep it up. And then slowly lower onto your chest and belly. Arms by your side. Drop the head or turn it to one side. Just relax here. Let's do a pair of windshield wipers. So bend at the knees and just rocking from side to side. Loosen up any tension in those hips or lower back. We had a huge rainstorm last night that we just got here in time, but we were definitely using our windshield wipers. It was raining like crazy here last night, so that we didn't drive through it for too long. All right, let's go ahead and retuck our toes. Place those hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to press up and back to that down dog. We've already done a couple of these. Get into this a little bit more, little deeper stretch. I want to continue working through our hips. So bring those feet together in your down dog. And as you inhale, let's go ahead and lift that right leg straight up to the ceiling. 3-legged dog, doesn't matter how high. You're going to then bend that knee and place your foot in between your hands. You can use the arms, your hands for a little assistance. You're going to drop that back knee and flatten that foot. Now, if you have blocks, this is a great place to use them. So you can have them on either side of your foot. If you're ready, you're going to lift that chest. Inhale, arms reach up, and exhale, hold. So we're in a nice low lunge. Put that right leg in front. So when that right leg is in front, you're going to feel a stretch in your left hip. Hold this here. Maybe hands are just resting on that leg. Maybe you're holding onto your wall. Get your balance first, and then find the pose. Make sure your hip, knee, and ankle are in a nice straight line here. And then inhale, hands come back down. Exhale, we're going to reach up that back toe. Lift your knee off the floor and step back to down dog. So we can do the same thing with the other leg. Down dog, take a breath. Bring those feet closer to one another. Inhale, left leg reaches up. Squeeze and lift. Keep those hip bones facing the floor. Exhale, bend that knee. Place your foot in between those hands, maybe with some assistance. Drop that back knee. Flatten your foot. When you have found your balance, reach those arms up. Inhale and exhale, hold. So now this time, feel that stretch in your left hip flexor. Hold this here. Good. First round, checking in with that form. Nice 90-degree angle. So lift out of your leg, hip, knee, and ankle. If it's not straight, go ahead and adjust. We'll do this one more time on each side to really get into those hips. One more breath here. Inhale, take those hands down. Exhale, reach up the toes, step on back. Down dog. Now in between, let's warm up our upper body. So inhale, come to your plank. Your gaze is right in front of those fingertips. Exhale, lower the knees and lower the chest, all as one unit. So all the way down, glue your elbows in, flatten your toes. Inhale, lift, baby cobra. Exhale, reach up the toes. Come up and back. Down dog. Hold that right there. Now you don't have to go as fast as I did. You can go a little slower. Maybe you're ready to go faster. Totally up to you. Just be mindful of your back, your joints, any areas that might feel a little tired or sore. Just move a little slower. Or if you're feeling really good, challenge yourself, right? Try something you don't normally do. Pick it up a notch, right? Okay, let's inhale, reset left leg up. Maybe lift a little higher. Exhale, bend that knee and place your foot in between those hands. Drop that back knee down, lift up, find that nice low lunge. So speaking of challenge, if you want that challenge, you're gonna reach up that back toe. You're gonna lift that knee off the floor and reach those arms up. So now you're in a high lunge, but you still want to keep those hips down nice and low. So that's just an option. You got 2 more breaths. I'm gonna stay in my low lunge. Think of stitching that ribcage together. Last breath here. Inhale, take those hands down or drop the knee, right? Exhale, reach up that toe, lift up, step back. Before we go the other side, let's go through that flow with our upper body. So inhale, come find your plank. Exhale, lower knees and chest. Your elbows go behind you. And your chest should lower right in front of your fingertips. Flatten your feet. Inhale, lift. Exhale, retuck. Down and back. You can break it down like I did. I just took it nice and slow there. Hold your down dog or child's pose. We're just going to do one more hip opener before we come up to standing, okay? So you should be super warm by now. Let's lift our left leg up. Inhale, lift. Left leg, exhale, bend that knee, and place your foot in between your hands. Drop that back knee, reach up and hold. Hold it here. Turn a nice low lunge if you want that extra challenge. You're going to tuck that back knee. Now, without moving your hips too much, just simply lift that knee off the floor. So see how I'm still nice and low here. So just an option. On this side, I can do it a little bit better. I'm going to hold here. I'm going to give you 2 more breaths. That back leg should be straight if you're off the floor. 1 more breath. And an inhale, lower that knee. Take those hands down. Exhale, step back. Reach up, everybody. 1 more time through this flow. Inhale, come to your plank. And you also have the option of finding that child's pose. Exhale, knees and chest. Landing in front of those fingertips. Flatten your toes. Inhale, lift baby cobra. Exhale, retuck the toes. Down and back. Down dog. Or child's pose. 2 breaths right there. Inhale and exhale. 1 more breath. Next, inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, walk up or jump to the front of your mat. Forward fold. Throw out the front of our mat. And just like in the beginning, we're going to reverse that swan dive. Inhale, reach those arms out to the side. Not too fast. You don't want to get dizzy. Bring those arms all the way up, palms together. Exhale, lower down to heart center. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna keep going. How's everyone doing? Thumbs up. Good, you all hear me? Okay, beautiful. Perfect. So grab a sip of water, your coffee, and we're gonna keep moving. We're gonna go into a couple of standing poses and postures. Practice some balance. Type in the chat box if you need anything, let me know. So let's start at the top of our mats. Reach those arms up, inhale, and exhale, let it go. Inhale, lift half line flat back. Hands come to your knees or your shins. Notice how flat my back is. As flat as the window sill right here behind me, or a table. So you want to lift that chest up. And then exhale low. Let's start with the right leg. Warrior one. Medium step back. Glue that heel into the floor. Lift the arms up when you're ready and hold. Interlace those fingers. Keep your thumb and pointer extended. So warrior one, our hips are forward. I'll show us from a couple of different angles. Good. Hold this right here. Think of stitching those rib cage together. And go ahead and straighten that leg or that front leg. Inhale and then exhale. You're going to lower those arms. We're going to get ready for triangle pose. You're going to reach towards your front foot as you inhale. Keep the legs in that triangle position. Exhale. That back arm is going to reach all the way up or as much as you can. And you're going to take your knees up at that hand. So maybe you start with hand on the hip, gently encouraging the shoulder to open. When and if you're ready, you can extend that arm. Again, taking your gaze up at that hand. We're going to hold for a couple breaths. So first round, we'll go a little bit slower so you can take those breaths to get into that pose. Imagine I'm pulling or I'm grabbing your wrist and I'm pulling you back just slightly. Beautiful. One more breath. Inhale, push into your back foot. Exhale, slowly pull yourself up. Perfect. So we're going to take a step to the front to find chair pose, but just for a moment. So take a step, drop the hips, lift those arms up. This is your chair pose from the side view. And the front view, you're here. We're going to hold it for just one more breath. You're going to bring your palms together. Inhale, lift that right leg up to your chest. Exhale, take a big step back with that right leg. Now we're in high lunge. Reach those arms up and hold. Hold this here. So important, your back heel is off the floor. Your hips are forward in this high lunge. Just like this. Perfect. Yep. So think railroad tracks with the hips as opposed to a tightrope. Okay. We're going to hold this for a couple of breaths. So from here, we'll go into warrior two. Take one more breath here. You're going to lift up a little bit higher on that inhale. You're going to open that right hip so your right heel glues down to the floor, and then exhale, lower those arms, just like in triangle pose. So your front leg is bent, back leg is straight. Arms are strong. And that chest, it tends to lean forward. We want it right on top of our hips, so readjust there. Flip your palm with that front hand. Inhale. Now we can lean forward a little bit. With an exhale, take it back. Peaceful warrior or reverse warrior. Take your gaze up at your hand. One more breath, big reach. Inhale, back step warrior two. We're going to come back to that high lunge. You want to move those hips to face the front again. Reach those arms up, inhale. Bring your palms together as you exhale. We're going to lean forward and step back to our chair. So big step with that back foot. You're to the front of the mat, drop in the chair and hold. We're going to practice our first balance pose. I'm going to face you for this one. So we're in our chair, look down, make sure you can wiggle your toes here. You should be able to see them. Make sure your knees are together. Hold this here. So we're going to first start with a tree pose. So inhale, you're going to lift up. That same right leg, you're going to open from the hip. So we're bouncing on that left leg. Take your hands and keep them at prayer. Find a spot in front of you. When you're ready, lift that right foot up and place it on your leg. Anywhere but right on your knee joint. Now the first round is all about practice. So when you fall out of it, just get back into it. I want you to think of zipping up that tight pair of pants. squeezing your glutes just ever so slightly and keeping that chest lifted and open here. Then of course, you can extend those branches, those arms, whatever you want to do here. A couple more breaths. Maybe you'll come out of it and get a little stretch, come back into it. Let's do one more breath wherever you're at. First one is for practice. Take an inhale, you're gonna lift that leg up, and exhale, you're gonna drop right back to that chair for just a moment. And then inhale, let's extend those arms down. Exhale, step back to down dog. That's how our sequence looks. Our first part, inhale, you're gonna come forward to your plank. Exhale, lower knees and chest. So we'll do this between right and left sides. So you have the option, inhale, lift, baby cobra. So always just come down and find that child's pose. Exhale, come back to down dog or child's pose. Hold it for 2 breaths. We'll do that same sequence on the other side. Okay, so one more breath. The next inhale, you're gonna bend those knees. Exhale, walk up or jump, your choice. Find the top of that mat. Maybe you even stand up to get there. Right, listen to your body, whatever works. And then inhale, reach those arms up. We're gonna reverse our swan dive, pushing those heels into the floor. Reach those arms all the way up. Palms come together. Then exhale, lower. Okay, let's do that same sequence on the other side. So we were stepping back with our right leg. It's not gonna be our left. Just do the opposite of what you did if you started with the other side. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, let it go. I start to feel a little breeze here. Hopefully I can pass it on to you all. Inhale, lift up, flat back here. This is sort of our prep for our warrior 3. Lift that chest. And exhale, lower. Left leg, medium, step back. Warrior 1. Your foot's at about 45-degree angle. We're gonna lift those arms up, so our front view, and hold. Interlace those fingers. So hips are forward. Front leg is bent, back leg is straight. Hold this here. When we get to warrior 2, that's when we really open up through those hips. Let's take one more breath, warrior 1. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, open up to the side, triangle pose. So opposite of what you just did, that first round. Inhale, reach towards your front foot. Exhale, lower. Now that back arm is gonna reach up and over, and you're gonna take your gaze up at that back arm as you're twisting. Your legs stay in that nice, beautiful triangle pose. And you reach those arms up, you want to stack your hand on top of your shoulder, take your gaze up, hold it for a couple of breaths. First one, maybe you're just opening up through the shoulder before extending that arm. Perfect. Beautiful. Keep twisting. Looking good, everybody. Good deep breath. Let's do one more breath. Inhale, you're going to push into that back foot. And exhale, slowly come on up. We're going to take a quick step to the top of our mat or chair. Drop. Someone's talking. Reach those arms up. Inhale, exhale, hold. Tucking those hips under. Inhale, bring those hands to prayer. Exhale, lift. Now your left leg lifts up this time. Big step back to that high lunge. Inhale. And exhale, reach up. So with this lunge, this pose, the legs are wider. We're getting ready for warrior 2. So it's a bigger step back. I'll show you from the front. Now we're getting ready for that warrior 2. So inhale, you lift this a little bit higher. You open up that hip. Heel comes down, arms come down. And there's your warrior 2, much wider stance. Front leg is bent, back leg is straight. Hold this here. Now again, our upper body might want to reach a little bit. Bring it right on top of your hips, right? Tuck those hips under. Push into your back foot as much as your front. Flip the palm of that front arm, inhale. Exhale, reach over. A reverse warrior, peaceful warrior. This is similar to that crescent moon shape stretch. You're going to feel that in the side of the body. Similar to what we did in the very beginning. And then inhale back to warrior 2. Exhale, restation or move those hips so they come back to the front. Arms up, inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer. We're going to lean forward slightly. Come back to that chair. Big step and drop. So eventually you want that to be a nice, smooth, flowing transition. Great place to work on our balance with that big step. And then exhale, drop those hands and step back down dog. Awesome job. So again, you can find your child's pose or go through your flow here. Inhale, exhale, knees and chest. Maybe you make that harder by not lowering the knees. And you move forward and up into upper facing dog. Whatever you like. And then child's pose or down dog for 2 breaths. We forgot our tree pose on that side. I just realized. So we're going to do our tree pose. Take 1 more breath here. That bird is telling me. Okay, bend those knees, inhale. Exhale, walk, hop, or jump. Forward fold. And inhale, reverse that swan dive. Bring those arms up. Nice and tall, palms come together. And lower. Okay, stay right here. We're going to practice our tree pose on the other side. I'm just going to face the front. So it's that right leg, I'm sorry, that left leg that opens up. Hands together, find your spot in front of you first. Find that spot to hold your balance. And then when you're ready, you're going to pick up that leg, that left leg, and place it anywhere on your other leg, except for right on your knee. Hold this here. So first round is just a practice. You'll probably notice that one side's a little stronger than the other, a little weaker. So it's a little harder for me. Think of that piece of string on top of your head, lifting up nice and tall. We're going to hold for just a couple more breaths. This next time we come here, we're going to flow right into this. So first one, practice, 1 more breath. And then inhale, bring that knee up. And then exhale, just go ahead and release and shake it out. Let's come back to that forward fold. Bring it right into the other side. So inhale, lift up, nice flat back. We're going to repeat the sequence back to the first side that we started on. Exhale, lower. Right leg steps back, warrior 1. Reach up. We're going to move a little bit faster this time. Interlace those fingers, arms up. Triangle pose is next. Inhale, straighten that leg. Exhale, arms lower. Back to that first side. Let's flow right into it. Inhale and exhale. Nice, low. Extending that arm up. You're opening the shoulder. Big twist here. Stacking that hand on top of your shoulder. Your gaze is up at your hand as well. Lifting that chest, 1 more breath. Push into that back leg. Inhale and exhale. Take a step to chair. Drop and hold. Drop a little bit lower this time. Reach those arms. And then inhale, bring those hands to prayer. Exhale, lift that right leg. Knee to chest. Little balance. And then step back. High lunge. Inhale and exhale, hold. Warrior 2 is coming up. Inhale, a little higher. Exhale, open that right hip. Glue your heel and lower those arms, warrior 2. So working on those transitions, make it a little more flow, moving a little bit faster. And always choose to slow it down. Flip that palm, inhale, exhale, take it back. Peaceful warrior, take your gaze up at that hand. Challenge your balance. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, set those hips back to the front, back to that lunge. Exhale, bring those hands to prayer. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, take a big step to that chair. Drop them over just a moment. We're going to go right into tree pose. I'm just going to face you. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tree pose. Flow right into it. Lift the chest, drop the shoulders, nice and strong. Zip up that tight pair of pants. We're going to do just 1 more breath because we're going to add another balance here. So inhale, bring that knee back to your chest. Exhale, let's come into warrior 3. So you're going to hinge forward, extend that left leg out. Now maybe you're holding on to something. We're going to hold this for a couple breaths. Back leg is straight. Standing leg is slightly bent. Maybe those arms are by your side for warrior 3. Nice flat back. First one here, so we're practicing. You fall out of it, get back into it. Let's do 2 more breaths. Ooh, that standing leg is burning, and we're working those glutes. 1 more breath. And then inhale, come back to that chair. Reach those arms up, exhale. Inhale, take those hands down, forward fold, exhale, step back to down dog. Good job. All right, before we go to the other side, have your plank, your chaturanga. If you're practicing an up dog, make sure to move forward and then up into the up dog, and then exhale back to down dog, hold up there. Or maybe it's a child's pose, right? Now we're going a little bit harder than we did last week. We're going to do that same sequence on the other side, flowing in tree pose a second time and adding up warrior three. Inhale, bend those knees. Exhale, walk, hop, or jump, forward fold. Take a breath. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Nice and easy. Bring your palms together and exhale. Woo-hoo. Okay, same thing other side. We're adding on that warrior three. Let's keep it going. Inhale, reach, exhale. Probably hardest part happening right now. Keep that energy going. Feet up. Inhale, reach halfway. And exhale. Left leg, step back. Warrior one. Medium step back. Reach those arms. Interlace and hold. So here you want to think of gluing your arms to your ears. That's okay with those shoulders. Take 2 more breaths. Hips forward in that warrior one. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, lower those arms and turn to the side, triangle pose. Flow right into it. Reach towards that front foot and exhale, lift it up. Hold that there. So you want to lift that chest, rotate open, take your gaze up at the hand. 2 more breaths, nice and strong. Beautiful, everybody. Good, keep it going. 1 more breath. Push into that back foot. Inhale, slowly come up. Exhale, take a step to the front, find that chair. Drop, reach and hold. This one's just for a breath or 2. Tuck those hips. Next, inhale, bring those hands to prayer. Exhale, lift up. Left leg lifts up high. We'll take a big step behind us for that lunge. Big step back. Inhale, reach, exhale, hold. So for a wider stance, we're getting ready for that warrior two. We're going to use that hip to open up. Inhale, lift a little higher. Here it is. Exhale, open that left hip, glue your heel, and lower those arms. Front leg, check it out. Make sure your knee is in line with that big toe. Can you drop an inch lower on your exhale? Good job, everybody. Ooh, feeling that sweat. Also in the sun, so flip that palm, inhale, exhale, take it back, peace warrior. Sending sunshine your way. Take your gaze up at that hand, big stretch here. Inhale, come back to that warrior two. Exhale, you want to reposition those hips back to the front of your mat. Arms come up, inhale, palms come together, exhale. We lean forward, we come back to chair. It's that big step, drop and hold. Testing that balance there. 1 more breath, I'm gonna face you. Tree pose, inhale, lift. We flow right into it, exhale. Lift that leg and go right into tree. Our practice round is over, so flow right into that. Make that as smooth as you can and hold on to this. Focus on that thing right in front of you and don't lose your focus. Nice and tall. Piece of string on top of your head, lifting you up. Keep breathing. 1 more breath. Inhale. We're going to lift that knee up to our chest. As we exhale, we go right back to our hinge in our warrior three. So kick that leg straight back. Doesn't matter how high it is. I just want that back leg straight. You're looking at the floor. Those hips are facing the floor. Maybe arms come out to your side. Maybe they come by those ears. Maybe you point that toe, lift a little higher. First one, practice from the side, and 2 more breaths. Standing leg is slightly bent. 1 more breath. Inhale, come back to that tree pose. Exhale, drop it. Reach those arms, good. 1 more breath. Inhale, forward fold. Exhale, woo, step it back. Great job. Down dog. Now then, you can find that child's pose. You can go through your flow. We're going to do 1 more round on each side, just practicing that warrior three pose for a little bit, for another opportunity. And maybe even opening up to half moon if you want to try something different. Next, inhale, you're going to bow those knees. Exhale, you're going to walk, hop, or jump. At the top of your mat, find your forward fold, take a breath. Take a breath or two. Great job. Almost done. Next inhale, you're going to reverse that swan dive. Take it up, big deep breath, inhale, bring your palms together. Exhale. Woo, everyone's still doing okay? We're going to practice our warrior three one more time. So we're just going to start by going into that lunge, our high lunge. We'll do our tree pose, warrior three, and end there. So inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, let it go. We're going to go a little bit faster as well. So slow it down if you'd like. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back. There's our position for warrior three. Exhale. Right leg, huge step back. Reach up, inhale, exhale, hold. Here's that high lunge. Nice big step. Bring your palms together as you inhale, exhale, lower to heart center. You're going to lean forward, inhale, and exhale. You're going to take a big step. Bring your knee to your chest and come into tree pose. Try to float right into tree pose. Remember that point right in front of you. Don't lose your focus. Think of stitching your ribcage together, tucking those hips, right? Nice and tall. Maybe extend those branches here, extend those arms. Maybe you close your eyes for a moment. Extra challenge there. That's much harder. One more breath. Bring those hands back to prayer if they're not there. Inhale. Now take your foot away from the leg, bring it up to your knee. Exhale, hinge forward, and find warrior three. Hold this here, right? Hip bones facing the floor, hands at prayer. Maybe they come back to your side this round. Maybe you want to open up to half moon. If you do that, you stack those hips and you take that right arm up, almost like triangle pose. Maybe you come back to tree pose. Any balance works. I'm going to give you 3 more breaths. Tuck those hips under, lift that leg, lift the chest. 1 more breath. And then inhale, bring the feet back together. Exhale, drop down for tree or chair pose 1 more time. Reaching those arms up nice and low. And then inhale, release those arms. Exhale, forward fold. Step it back. All right, now stay in your down dog. Inhale, I want you to bend those knees. Exhale, walk up or jump. Forward fold. We're going to go right into the other side. So reverse your swan dive. Inhale. Not going to give you a little break here, but we're almost done. Exhale, go right into that swan dive again. All the way down. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back. Push your heels into the floor. Exhale, lower. This time it's your left leg. Take a big step back. High lunge. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, hold. So other side, high lunge. Bring those palms together as you inhale, lower to heart center, exhale. So we're going to go right into that triangle. You're going to lean forward slightly, inhale, big step, bring that knee up. See how I do this in one piece and float into your triangle pose. Yes, beautiful. It's like you're floating right into it. Now working that opposite leg and glute. Just a few more breaths. Nice and tall, extend those arms. Maybe it's a storm and their branches are waving all over the place, but you're staying super strong in this tree pose. 1 more breath. Maybe close your eyes. Bring those hands together on their inhale. If you're not there already, take an exhale. Next inhale, bring that knee up to your chest. Take the foot off the leg and then exhale. Go right into that warrior three. Hinge back. Maybe arms by your side. Maybe you stack those hips and you open up to that half moon. I want to do it on this side with my hips. Maybe you hold on to that wall there. There we go. Framing out the window here. Wherever you're at, keep your focus. 3 more breaths. Any balance pose, right? Woof. Maybe arms by your ears. Squeeze the lips a little higher. Can you take 1 more deep breath? You can do this. And then inhale, bring it back to chair. Exhale, drop your lowest chair. Reach those arms, tuck those hips. And then inhale, forward fold. Exhale, step it back. Woo, great job. You have 1 more opportunity to go through this flow here. Working the upper body, or you can follow me and come to child's pose. Take a couple of breaths. Awesome work, everybody. I don't know about you, but I am sweating. So go through that flow if you want that extra tricep, upper body work. Take a couple breaths. Inhale and exhale. Awesome job. In that child's pose, go ahead and shift your weight from side to side. Walk those hands over to the right diagonal as far as you can. Exhale, hold it. Big stretch along the left side of the body. Baby nose to knee. Inhale takes it back to the center. Exhale to the other side. As far as you can to that diagonal, nose to knee, hold it here. And inhale back to center. Ooh, exhale, walk those hands up. Let's come to a seated position. I want to do a seated twist and then a twist on our back. So extend those legs straight out, shake it out. You all did such a great job. Let's start with that right knee. You're going to bring it into your chest and then take it up and over. If you want a little extra challenge and more stretch for those hips, bend that bottom leg underneath you. If that doesn't feel good on your knees, keep it straight. Reach that left arm up, inhale, and exhale. Slowly start to look over that right shoulder. So you're bringing that knee close into your chest and you're twisting over that same leg, that same side. I want you to sit up a little bit taller, lengthen your spine in your next inhale. Next exhale, reach an inch more over that shoulder towards the back of the room or your space. And then inhale, come back to center. Keep your legs here. Exhale, just a little counter twist to the opposite side. Just a little gentle twist to that left side. And then come on up and we'll do the same thing. Shake it up. Okay, left knee up and over. Again, you can bend that bottom leg, pull those ankles in, and you'll feel a little more stretch in those hips. Doesn't feel good, stay here with me. And then that right arm reaches up this time, inhale and exhale. We look over that left shoulder. Nice and tall, bringing that knee to your chest. Inhale, lengthen your spine, so lift up a little bit taller. Exhale, one more twist behind you. Come back to center, inhale and exhale, gentle counter twist to the other side. And back to the center, shake it out. Ooh, we're just gonna finish down on our back, so slowly make your way down. Once you're there, give yourself a nice big hug because you did an awesome job this morning. So bring those knees into your chest and gently rock side to side, massaging your spine. Circle the ankles, wiggle the toes. Keep those knees close into your chest, drop them all the way to the right side. Extend those arms out, look over your left shoulder. Another spinal twist here. This one you should feel more in your back and your hips. And also your shoulders. Maybe those legs rest on a pillow or a block if they don't quite reach the floor. Inhale slowly back to center. Woo. Exhale, drop to the other side. Again, just being mindful of your body, your joints here. Looking over that right shoulder this time. This should feel good. And slowly back to the center, inhale. Exhale, let's lower our feet onto the floor. It's gonna come up into two final bridges here. So feet are hip distance, hands by your side. Take an inhale. Exhale, you're gonna lift the hips off the floor, nice and easy. Lifting one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, slowly lower back down. And exhale, lift back up. Last one. Once you're up here in this bridge, once you interlace those hands underneath your hips, roll those arms under. If that feels good, little bonus stretch across the chest. Hold this here just for 2 more breaths. Pressing those feet into the floor. And then very slowly bring those arms back up to the side. Very gently lower the hips, lowering the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Once you're down, a pair of windshield wipers, or a set, a pair, a set of windshield wipers, maybe a couple on each side. And then we'll do one more stretch for our back, which is our happy baby. Bring those knees in, grab your feet, extend those legs up. And just gently massage your spine by rocking side to side. Maybe you even straighten the legs out into a straddle, whatever feels good. Maybe just hug your knees in one more time. And then when you're ready to slowly release, maybe find one more stretch that we didn't get to, or an inversion if you have those in your practice and want to do one of those. And then when you are ready, find your relaxation pose. That can look however you want it to look. Maybe it is that traditional corpse pose, legs out in front of you, arms by your side, palms up. Maybe you come back to child's pose. Maybe a fetal position, whatever feels good. And wherever you're at, go ahead and close your eyes. Take a couple moments to do absolutely nothing. Hopefully you can hear a little bit of the ocean and the animals. And slowly start to move your head from side to side. Start to bring awareness back to your body. I know that moment is just never long enough. And then just very slowly start to bring those knees back into your chest. Give yourself another big hug. Gently open your eyes, rock side to side. And then when you're ready, roll over to one side. And you're going to press yourself up to any comfortable seated position. And once you're there, I invite you to take a few more stretches of your choice, maybe a couple shoulder rolls, maybe a gentle twist to the right and left, maybe reaching the arm over. Back is so sore from that car ride. So I always invite you to keep stretching throughout the day. So important. And then let's inhale, take our arms all the way up. One last time together, big deep breath, bring the palms together on your exhale, lower down to heart center, close your eyes for a moment. And as always, thank yourself for making this time for you this morning, for your beautiful body, and hopefully also a little something for your mind and spirit. We'll open up our eyes and we'll say namaste to one another to end our practice. Namaste, sending the sunshine, the ocean breeze, and all things positive your way. Thank you all so much for coming. Happy Friday. I hope you have a great weekend. We get the lovely Sarita next Friday. She joined us this morning. And thank you all so much. Hope you all are feeling good.
Thanks, Ellen. Enjoy your vacation.
Thank you.